Growing up ain't easy. Too many things to do weekly. Too many thoughts to think deeply. Too many thoughts to be sleeping. Yeah, oh my god, I'm not eating. I feel so empty, I'm receding. And all of my friends are misleading. All of these posts and the lives they're leading. Yeah, oh, no way, I ain't gon' stand for this today. I'ma keep my head down, I'm okay. I don't wanna listen to a word they say. And we all know fear is a slogan, yeah. And we all feel broken, yeah. And we all outspoken. Need someone who could just go shout. Sometimes I struggle in this place. Been in circles several days. Never knowing the right way, yeah. Sometimes I struggle in this place. People look the other way. And we all deal with our pain, oh yeah. No, I'm not down, no, I'm not out. If I got a voice, they gon' hear me shout. I can make my own choice and we've all got a mouth. I'ma make noise, yeah, that I don't doubt. I don't feel failure, not yet. Mistakes they make, yeah, better don't regret. And like Drake said, man, I'm upset. Too many people out here wasting their breath, yeah, yeah. And still I feel like we've just all been going crazy. Too many people need to find themselves some safety. Just take control of your life, it's all day to day, yeah. Don't need nobody else, myself can always save. Sometimes I struggle in this place. Been in circles several days. Never knowing the right way, yeah. Sometimes I struggle in this place. People look the other way. And we all deal with our pain, oh yeah. Sometimes I struggle in this place. Been in circles several days. Never knowing the right way, yeah. Sometimes I struggle in this place. People look the other way. And we all deal with our pain, oh yeah.
It's Spiritual Huntress 22 KK for the day, and I just did dog reading. I will try to upload it before this one, and now I will do the pig reading, and the pig reading is for 2019 people who are born in this year, in 2007, 1995, 1983, 1971, 1959, 1947, 1935, 1923. So the people who are born in these years, those people it will resonate with, or maybe not. Maybe it will resonate for somebody else in this year, or around you. It's also just energies, so maybe you follow a reading that is not your year, but you can resonate in it, so maybe you will resonate with that energy. So I will first do my cards, and then I will explain to you and get into the reading. So first, how is it going with the pig? The Chinese horoscope pig. What's going on with the Chinese horoscope pig? What's going on with Chinese horoscope pig? What's going on with Chinese horoscope pig? Alright. What's going on with Chinese horoscope pig? What's going on with Chinese horoscope pig? Oh, this doesn't seem so right. So I have this card to start with, then this card, and this card. So first that I feel is like you're walking on bombs, and maybe there is somebody around you or you are, and it's like you have fire in your hands, or the person has fire in their hands, and if one drops, everything can blow up just like that. So maybe you're very cautious about the situation. Yeah, maybe you have a feeling somebody is hiding money from you. Okay, for the first, being grounded. Or being firm, yes. For the next one, lights. The next one, moving on. So yes, maybe you want to have a basic and I have to search for this word, but maybe in your home there is conflict and you know, conflicts, and I will search for the words, excuse me for this.
Dit valt altijd af.
En defeat, conflict en defeat. Welk valt af? Ja, dat denk je dat hij nog niet goed opgeladen is.
Ja, dat valt weer af.
And the other one, I will search for the meaning too. Okay. So achievements, basic and achievements. So maybe you thought you had basic and achievements in your home, but it brought you conflict and defeat. So maybe something in your home situation brought you conflict and defeat, and it's like you're now walking on bombs with a clown around you or something like this, and you have the feeling that you need to go and move on from this, or somebody around you did this or brought the situation. It's like you're living in many different worlds, and yeah.
Weet je wat ik vandaag ga maken?
Or maybe somebody is threatening also with children, threatening to take them away from you, and you see them as a bad guy or bad person, and you need to move on from this, or something like this can be happening. I will do some other cards to have more confirmations. this one wanted to jump out. The truth about beauty and physical enjoyment and sensuality. Apart from moving on. Okay. Beauty and the Beast. True love. Next one. Child of the Moon and forgiving and the ego, raise above the ego. So you had conflict and defeats, but maybe you had to let go, and it brought you to an awakening. Maybe something brought you to an awakening. You had one sort of awakening that maybe you didn't like, maybe you did. Somebody came into your life maybe that brought you to this awakening. And you had to go above your ego. Maybe somebody came into your life and put your bombs on fire and everything exploded just in once and brought you conflict and defeat, and that maybe you realized that your basic and achievements, basics and achievements maybe are not what they seemed for you, and you had to forgive also, but you had to move on. You had to move on from a situation and go forwards. I will see what else I can bring to this. Six of Swords. Knight of Wands. Oh, that's too much. The Chariot. Six of Cups.
Let it go. Let it go.
I'm going to read these cards, the one below, just to have more information about this. Through the snow, the crow makes a trip over choppy waters in pursuit of a better life. Along the way, he has lost a few feathers, but it is a sacrifice he made for a change to rebuild and start over. The Six of Swords denotes a time that will require you to cut your losses and begin anew. This decision will not come easily, and there may be feelings of regret along the way. However, once the journey is complete, you will be able to recognize that the result was worthy of the sacrifice. Focusing on the new opportunity instead of the loss will help ease the transition. So maybe you had to lose something, and you have been through something, some pains, but you were imagining far far from here creative daydreaming, and you were firm in your decision that you wanted to create something more, something like you wanted to follow your dreams, follow your dream house and some things like this. But you had to be firm in your decision, and you had to go on and move on from things that no longer suit you, or other things that you were thinking like, okay, this will not be able to help me move forward, and you had to let go of some things, and it hurt you, and it gave you regrets. And sometimes it's not easy, because sometimes it gives you a focus that you're still in the loss of this, but try to let go of the loss of this, try to let go of the regrets of this pain, because maybe it will bring you to the light. Maybe you will be abundant, and you will get some money from this in the future, to move on. And you saw the lights, you saw a light shining through where you needed to go to, or you know, you saw the truth of the beauty. The Knight of Wands channels the charging energy of his horse and move forwards with raw power and determination, with the sun high in the sky offering plenty of daylight ahead. The crow flies without hesitation. He is confident of success, even if he experiences moments of uncertainty about where he is going. The Knight of Wands reflects a person who jumps in without weighing all the consequences. He possesses an energy that is pure enthusiasm, a much needed ingredients when executing a plan. This card warns that although passion is essential, you must find balance and clear thinking for a project or situation to find success. So maybe sometimes before you think about the next steps, maybe you need to think about what the next step and what the project project in the future can bring you. Maybe you have jumped into something, you thought it would bring you light, you saw the beauty of it, and you were thinking about the passion of this, and you jumped into this new endeavorment, but without the basics, without much knowledge about this, and you had some losses around this, and it brought you some heartache, it brought you some pain, and yeah, you had to lose some things because you were too passionate. You were thinking about the passion and endeavorment, you were thinking about the moments and not about the action that it will bring, or the things that it will bring around you. Yeah. The Chariots. Determination, willpower, drive, success. Element, water. The triumphant crow, soaring through the stormy sky with fearlessness and strength, rides a chariot of thunderous clouds to victory. The chariot is assigned to go forward with confidence, knowing that you will execute plan. Your well executed plan will be a success. It asks you that you summon your power to fly above the barriers and soar through obstacles. The crow who rides victoriously on the chariot has learned to harness his aggression, extracting only the positive energy required to finish tasks. So you found it took you, you know, you were thinking about the passion and all these things, but you found unconditional love in this situation. And your well executed plan will bring success, even though it brought you pain and it hurted you in some ways. um, you know you have to move on, and you will take the steps to move on from this. And you will have success in this, even though it's not easy. You will have the success that you need in this situation. um, you found maybe your inner light again, your inner abundance, your beauty, physical enjoyment and sensuality through these things that you did, even though it was not an easy situation and it was not maybe the best step how you went forward in this. But actually, if you now make steps towards a plan, to making a plan of this, it will be a well executed situation, and it will bring you a good situation. But you have to forgive also the things of the past, and try to let your ego go, override the ego and the conflict and defeats. Let those things go too. It's not easy, I know, but to have basic and achievements around you, you have to let those situations go to bring stability in the situation that you're in. If you don't, I don't say let go of the past, but try to forgive the past, try to forgive the persons of the past, try to forgive the situations of the past, and try to move forward. Try to forgive yourself of the past, because everyone makes mistakes. Even I did make mistakes in the past, and I had to forgive myself. I had to forgive persons around me. It's not easy to do. It still is sometimes difficult, because sometimes things from the past will rise above again, to see how much you're healed from this, and try to rise above this and try to forgive those persons. Because people who are hurt in the past, who are hurt in their past from their childhood or other things, will definitely maybe hurt other people, because there is a saying, hurt people hurts others. So you know, if you're not healed inside, you will hurt other people, and it's not how you want it to be, but sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you don't have a choice in this. And people who are hurt and brought to each other is a reflection of where you need to work on, and what's still blocking you, because most of the time the people who are around us, who are brought into our lives, brings us a reflection of what we still need to heal in ourselves. If we are like annoyed by somebody's action, annoyed by somebody who do things that we don't like at all, maybe it's some thing that we need to reflect in ourselves, instead of putting the frustration to the other persons. We have to maybe reflect in our hearts and in our soul why we are annoyed by the situation, about the actions of the other people and of the other persons. Because sometimes when the people hurt us and other hurt us, it can be just a reflection of what still needs to be healed in ourselves, or what is blocking us within ourselves to move forward and to find the light and to go through what we need to do. Because if we want a stable home, and if we want to have a good home, we have to let go of what's the pain. And yes, it will hurt sometimes, it will still bring you pain sometimes, but try to accept it, acknowledge it, that it's there, and not hide from this with alcohol, drugs, or doing other things Try to stay clear minded in these things, and if the pain comes up, yes, acknowledge this and try to forgive those things, the things that still are need to be forgiven or that needs to be let go in a certain way. That you have to try to let those things find peace in this, find peace in your past. Try to find your lessons in the past, and um, don't try to think of always about the pain that you've been through. Yes, the pain is something that we've been through and that is still there. It will linger around us for a long time. That's normal. But try to accept the pain that is in the story. Try to accept the lesson that is in the story, to find peace within, to find peace and balance, to move forward, and to have this in your stable home, in your future. How you can predict these things, how you can protect yourself from these things in the future, and learn from these lessons for yourself. So Six of Cups. The crow returns to the place of his youth in search of finding his inner fledgling. He stands in a field of cups, filling his heart with healing memories of a time that was less complicated. If you have been feeling overburdened with day-to-day responsibilities, the Six of Cups brings the message to take a break and remember a moment in time when you felt free just to enjoy life, whether it is a trip to your hometown or maybe a favorite vacation spot. It's time to recharge your spirit. So it's time to take a step back, because maybe you took action in some things and it brought you pain and it brought you things, and it's all the burdens, complications, all the responsibilities that comes with this action that you took. And maybe you have to take a step back and try to find a vacation, because maybe it's sometimes too much. Maybe you didn't see the responsibilities in front of the steps that you take, and when you took the steps and when you're there, it brings you anxious, it gives you an anxious situation, because now you're overburdened, because you didn't see the responsibilities that was in this situation that you were choosing, and now it's a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder, and maybe you have to take a step back and try to recover your soul, recover your spirit, you recover your energy, just to move forward with a good sense of vibe, with a good healing, with renewed energies around you, so you can move forward again, so you can do this, you can bring these responsibilities into fruition with a good energies of yourself. So try to take rest and then move forward and go for it again, because sometimes we bring ourselves in exhaustions, and try to not bring yourself into what is this called, yeah, into work exhaustion, sometimes we can bring ourselves into the situation that we are so exhausted because we're just moving without taking a rest. Bad energies flowing out. And that's why I yawn. It's because I bring the bad energies and I give the good energies to you guys. I take bad energies from you to bring the positive energies into the reading. So to bring the positive energies to you guys, give you healing, I take some bad energies and just flow this away, just take it away. Try to think about taking the bad energies inside of you. Just let it go. Just let the pain and just soften your heart and try to yeah, don't overburden yourself, and try to take enough rest so you can move forward with your next endeavorments. I will thank you very much for following my reading. Subscribe and like if you like the video and if you want to see more, and give me comments if this reading is for you, then I can know these stories, because I'm very interested in hearing your opinions and stories about this, what resonated and what not. um, and if there's something that resonates for you, maybe I can help you, or maybe something that you need, an answer or whatever, I'm here for you. So try to find the rest in yourself, try to find peace within your past, try to forgive your past, yourself, for your past mistakes, because we all need to forgive ourselves for the past mistakes. Thank you, namaste, and have a nice morning, evening, afternoon, and day when you see this reading. I hope it could help you in one kind of way, and see you next time.